Yes, today I'm here to talk about my culture shock. Remember, in my first impression video, I told you guys that first impression was based on just first 24 hours. But if you want me to do my culture shock after my stay in Uganda, I will gladly do that. And a lot of people dropped it in the comment section that yes, they want me to do the culture shock. So today I'm here to drop my culture shock. I mean, I've had over 20 culture shocks. Culture shock is nothing derogatory, right? It's just me trying to compare how we do stuff in Ghana and how they are done here in Uganda. My experiences, things I have seen, things that shocked me the most. I might not talk about the little ones, or you want me to talk about everything? Let's talk about everything. But first of all, I will start from the airport, like I did in my first impression video. I mean, when I got to the airport, I said I got there around 7:30 p.m. thereabout. And in my country, Ghana, around 7:30, it should be total dark. Like the place should be totally dark. But when I got there, it was looking like 4:30, 5 p.m. in Ghana. Meaning it wasn't dark, there was still a bit of brightness. But in my country, 7:30 is total darkness. So it was shocking to me. But yes, a lot of people said in December or latter part of the year, that changes. So it was still a culture shock. I know in Canada, US, and some places, even at 9 p.m., the sun is still out there, like burning people. So I didn't know there was a place in Africa like that. So yeah, that was a culture shock to me in Uganda. Yes, and I talk about the politeness of the people. When I say Ugandan people are polite, when I say Ugandan people are hospitable, when I say they are very good, I wasn't wrong. Because see, in that video I posted, let me put the link here for you guys to see, where I was arrested. The video I was arrested. Oh my God, if you go to the comment section, oh, we are sorry, bro. Oh, well, like, they were talking to me directly like they have wronged me. Like, these people were consoling me. These people were talking, they are sorry, that's how our police are. They were trying to comfort me, to make me feel good. And I talked about how good they were in my first impression video, and I wasn't wrong because they proved it in that police video actually where I was arrested. So Uganda people, thank you so much for taking me. Now I'm one of yours. Yes, I am one of yours. I'm half Ugandan now. At the airport, the immigration. I mean, I didn't spend 5 minutes with the immigration officer, and then he told me I should go. I was like, I should go? He said, yeah, I'm done. I was totally shocked. I was like, oh man, it's even faster than my country Ghana. Even though Ghana is very fast as well, but Uganda was a bit fast. So that was a shock to me. Yes, you might think it's no shock. Go to an airport and see how they will drag you out.
I'm back again in Uganda. I just want to tell you guys that this is the fastest immigration crossing ever. And I was pretty scared.
Fastest immigration ever.
You can say that, right? This is the fastest immigration crossing ever.
I didn't spend 1 minute.
See, the guy was smiling all the time. Welcome to Uganda. Enjoy your stay.
So yes, another thing I talked about in my first impression video, which I just want to brush on this one before I talk about, it's about how beautiful the airport is. I mean, like I said, I didn't come with any expectation to see any beautiful or this, but when I got there, everything was calm, everything was nice, the airport was cool. Like, it was beautiful. And they told me it's still under construction, and I saw construction going on myself. So I said it was very beautiful, and I said it's my first impression video, and somebody came into the comment section to say, yo, Uganda ain't pretty. The airport look like national airport than international. You need to travel more. You clearly haven't seen a pretty airport before. That's what he told me. And I'm like, yo, you know, if I was somebody who hasn't traveled before, I'll be moved, I'll be triggered, I will feel intimidated by this. But look, I came from Qatar to Uganda. And if you check on Google right now, in 2024, the best airport in the world is Hamad International Airport, and that's where I came from, Qatar. So Qatar Airport is the most beautiful airport in the world. I passed there before coming to Uganda. So for him to address me like that I need to travel more, I didn't want to, like, I told him my mind though, like, this is what I told him. I told him, look, comparison is a thief of joy. We must not compare what we have to that of others to appreciate what we have. Yes, we can learn from them to improve. I came from the current best airport in the world, ranked by Skytrax And I did not praise them as much as I praised Entebbe Airport, because Qatar is one of the richest countries in the world. Let's learn to appreciate what we have, bro. I know I need to travel more, and if you have the means, kindly help a brother to travel. Thank you, One Africa, and I drop the emojis and stuff over there for him to understand. Yes, I'm coming from Qatar. Hamad International Airport is the best airport in the world, ranked by Skytrax. They are the one who rank airports in the world, and they said Hamad International Airport is the best airport in the world. And Qatar is one of the richest countries in the world. If such a rich country has that standard of airport, yeah, it's normal. But this is Uganda, this is Africa. We have to cherish what we have. You have to appreciate what we have. So if I'm praising Uganda airport, it doesn't mean I've not traveled enough. I need to travel so that if I travel and I've seen more beautiful airports, I will not praise Uganda airport, which is wrong. You know, you guys abroad, you guys in diaspora, you guys should be the ones appreciate. I know I'm not even using you to judge. A lot of people appreciate what we do over here, but I'm just saying, somebody like you, if you can't appreciate what we have, just don't say anything, because there are people this thing will get to them. You should be saying, oh bro, you are doing a good job, how can I help you? Then I'll tell you, yo, I need some gadgets, if you want to buy this camera for me, if you want to do this for me, if you want to send me money to book a hotel in my next travel and stuff like this. These are the kind of things you guys need to tell us, to encourage us to put Africa on that pedestal. Not to say stuff like that, like, yo, so let's not even dwell on the negatives. There are so many positive things we need to talk about in this video. So yeah, that's just about it. I just wanted to clear the air that it's not like I've not seen a more beautiful airport before, but I just had to say Uganda airport is beautiful. If you've not watched that video I'm talking about, the link is right here. It's my first video when I landed in this country. It's my first impression video where I talked about how beautiful the airport is. And even in the comment section on TikTok, oh my god, Uganda and Kenya people. Oh, you people. I said you guys are just like Ghana and Nigeria. You can go to my TikTok and go and check that video, the comment section. The video went viral. A lot of comments from Kenyans and Ugandans fighting. Let's go on with the video. I don't want to dwell on that. Yeah, so my other culture shock is everywhere I go, they call me Oga, like I'm a Nigerian. Man, like almost everywhere they said I'm a Nigerian. I'm like, I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Ghanaian. They say, when I try to explain to them that I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Ghanaian, they say, oh, you guys are the same. Ghana and Nigeria, you speak the same, your accent is the same. I'm like, in West Africa, Ghanaians used to drag Nigerians that your English is not good, your accent is bad. Nigerians drag Ghana that your accent is bad, your English is not good. And here I am, and people are telling me I sound like Nigeria, so I'm like, I guess it's an African thing. Because even personally, I used to confuse Kenyans and Ugandans because both are from East Africa, so I wasn't mad. So most of these, even if I tell them I'm from Ghana, they said, la. Or they agree and say, oh, it's the same thing. Ghana and Nigeria is the same thing.
Do you know where we are from?
From Nigeria.
Nigeria. Yeah. So we look like Nigerians?
No, I had your accent.
You heard my accent?
Yeah.
That's not Nigerian. Do I look like a Nigerian? She said I'm from Nigeria. Do I look like a Nigerian? I'm from Ghana.
Yeah, well, you don't say. The accent resembles.
Yeah. Resembles? Yeah. Ghana, Nigeria?
Yes, like Nigeria and Ghana, yeah.
That's another shocking thing to me to experience. Another shocking thing is the climate in Uganda here is very cool. It's not hot. So sometimes I sleep in my room without even switching on an AC or even the fan. And I was okay with it. Like most part. Sometimes I need to, chill the room a bit. But yeah, it's so cool. In my country, you can't just sleep without fan. At least, no. AC, fan, yes. So yeah, it was shocking to me to know that the weather is kind of calm like this. You guys are living in small London. And talking about how I sleep here, another thing is the mosquito nets. Every room, almost all the hotels, I've slept in 3 hotels and all of them have mosquito nets. So I guess all the rooms, somebody said in the comment section that not all the rooms though, like some 5-star hotels don't have mosquito nets, but majority of the 99% of the rooms in Uganda have mosquito nets. And people also said it's because the government give free mosquito net, and it is by law mandatory for everybody to use mosquito net to avoid malaria and all of that. So if you're watching this and you're coming to Uganda, just know that when you get here, you will sleep in mosquito net just to avoid mosquito bite. Even though I didn't get any mosquito bite like that, I don't know if it was a mosquito bite, because it got to a point I was seeing some small rashes on my arms and places like that. I don't know if it was mosquito, but I just didn't feel it. Like in Ghana, when mosquito bite you, you have to hit yourself by trying to kill the mosquito. So I don't know if that was a mosquito bite, but after some days they went off. So yeah. And another one that shocked me is when I went to the mall, I bought stuff and they were asking me, should I put it in plastic? I'm like, of course. Like the plastic, they charged me for it. I'm like, oh, how? Yes, they said that's why they asked me if I wanted it, because here they don't do that. In my country, when you buy stuff, if you go to the mall and you buy stuff, everything you buy, when you buy toiletries like soap, paste and stuff, they put them in one plastic. If you buy cookies or should I say stuff like that, they put them in another plastic. Where if you buy stuff for the kitchen, like to cook meat, fish and all those things, they put them in different. Anything you buy, they group these things. They separate them, they segregate them before finally putting all in one big bag, free of charge. But here, just one plastic, they charge me for it. So I guess it's another shocking thing to me. But I guess it's good, because these plastics, it makes the country look a bit clean. Because Ghana, everywhere you go, there are polythene bags here and there, because I guess they are not paying for it. If you pay for them, next time you will be forced to bring that one to the mall again and put the same thing inside. You don't leave them around. So, and these plastics are not biodegradable, you know, so it kind of choke our gutters and stuff like that. So it's a good thing. Uganda, I think West Africa need to, emulate this or copy this from Uganda. Yeah. In Uganda, when you hear Rolex, they are not talking about timepiece. They don't wear Rolex in Uganda, they eat them. I was hearing Rolex, I'm like, why are these people like talking about Rolex? And they said it's food. It actually turned out to be my best food in Uganda though. Yes, so when you hear Rolex in Uganda, somebody talking about I'm going to buy Rolex, don't think the person is rich. The person is going to splurge some hundreds of dollars to go and buy Rolex. It's just 1,000 shillings. That 1,000 is like the least paper note they have in Uganda. So that should tell you like it's the least amount of money. So it's nothing big over here in Uganda. So yeah, that is it. Rolex is food. See, another shocking thing to me is when the president is passing, every car must stop. Yes, it happened to me twice. When the president is passing, whatever you are driving, all the cars must stop for the president to pass after some time before they allow you to go. First time I went to Kampala, I was coming to Entebbe. We got to where they pay the toll to start the expressway, and all cars stopped. I was like, there's no traffic here, why are they stopping? Then after we were going, and I saw soldiers standing, and the driver was like, I think it's time. Mr. Venu closed from work, so he's coming to Kampala, so all cars had to. I'm like, oh really? You know? And the second time was in Entebbe Township. He was coming to work. They had to stop all the cars for him. But it's like I'm saying, it's a shock to me, because in my country, when the president is coming, like there's just this motorcade, like the motorbike, you know, they are in front and just clearing the way. So if it's a single lane, like in and out, this one, they just tell you to open up so that they'll pass the middle and go. But if it's double, you guys should use one lane for the convoy to use another lane. But here, you have to stop. And when this president, when he's coming, he's like one of the most protected presidents in the world. Like the police convoy, you see raiders on top of the car. He was using this Land Cruiser V8, like the 70th edition. And there were panels on top of the car. Like I was told these things can repel, missiles. And if you fire anything, I think these raiders can detect or a certain range and repel all these things. So you can attack him. He's one of the most protected presidents in the world, not just Africa. Because I've seen him even addressing the public, and they were using some bulletproof clear glass, something to protect him. And he's always wearing nose masks as well. So I think this man is really protecting himself. I don't know for whatever reason, but yes, that's what I've seen. And it's a shock to me. So guys, if you think you know why this protection, everything is in place, let me know. Another thing is when you're entering a bank in Uganda, you get scanned. Like, I mean, how they scan you at the airport when you are traveling. Yes, I've never seen this. In my country, people even walk by the roadside when they are thirsty or when the sun is too hot. They can just quickly rush into the bank, sit down a bit, chill themselves, drink some water from their dispensers. Nobody asking them anything like this. But in Uganda, before you even go to the bank, they need to scan you, check whatever you are holding, if you are not holding weapon or whatever. I've not entered, but I saw them scanning people like that. I'm like, oh really? This is what you do? So yeah, it was shocking to me because it's not like that in my country. Talking about the scanning thing, like I said, there are police everywhere. Police and military people everywhere. Wherever you pass, every junction, they will stop you. I don't know if I look like a stranger, I look like I'm not a Ugandan, that is why. But they stopped me a lot. Twice, police like I don't want to go on that. You can check that video when I was arrested. The link is also in the description. Twice police people did that to me, but yeah, it's just about that. They didn't hurt me, they didn't do anything, but there are police and military people everywhere in the country. So yeah, it's shocking to me. Before you see a military man in Ghana, it's hard because unless you go to their military barracks area or you go to the military hospital or where the president resides, and all these places are in the same area. Like when you reach 37 in Ghana, you get to see a lot of military people because 37 military hospital is their hospital. The president's villa is also around there. Their barracks, which is we call it Burma camp, is also around that area. So you get to see military people, it's fine. Not when you are rolling somewhere in Kaswa or anywhere, then you're just seeing military people, police people anyhow. You don't see them often. So it was shock to me. Another shocking thing is the rain doesn't knock on your door. The rain doesn't tell you it's about to rain, so get ready or anything. It just starts and ends anyhow. I'm like, why? Why is this country like this? Because in my country, before it rains, you start seeing the sign that okay, there's change in the weather and all of that. So you get to see. But here, no. It just starts like that and ends anyhow. So I experienced that a couple of times, and yeah, I was surprised. It was shocking to me as well. Talking about water, a lot of people were in the comment section on TikTok asking me if I have tasted what? I've forgotten this name. Banyari girls or something. Talking about Uganda water, I don't know. I was like, look, I've not tasted any water, anything. I don't know what you are talking about. But if you know what you are talking about, put it in the comment section. What is the Uganda water or what is Banyari girls or something? You were telling me, I don't know. There were a lot of those things. I was seeing them in the comment section as well. So yeah, if you know, let me know in the comments so that if it is food, whatever it is, I can try it, eat something like that. Talking about food, in Uganda, their foods are very nice, looks yummy, fresh, variety of food and all of that. So yes, I think I like their food. Even though I'm not a food person, like I said, I was enjoying my Rolex and all of that. But their food looks very rich and looks very delicious, I must say. Yes, I don't know how to say for you to understand. Like they have variety of food and stuff. But I feel some of their food looks like that of the Asians, like Indians and the Arabs, because they use this chapati and stuff a lot. In West Africa or in Ghana, you will not find any of those chapati. So when you are going to West Africa, just know that you're not going to find chapati and stuff. There's nothing like that in. But they eat this, and I see Arabs and Indians eating this chapati and stuff like that. So yeah, their food cannot look like Arabs. Their food, not just that. The Rolex and all of those are being eaten in Arab countries as well. And not just that, their food, you ask somebody, they'll tell you, I've eaten fish, I've eaten meat. Like where I come from, in West Africa, you will not ask anybody, what will you eat? And the person will tell you, I'll eat fish or I'll eat meat. No, that is not food. That is just like an ingredient, yes, of food. So you ask the person, what have you eaten or what will you eat? The person will say, I want to eat fufu, I want to eat banku, I want to eat pounded yam, I want to eat something like that. Then they will tell you, I'm eating that with soup, stew, either palm nut soup, peanut butter soup or groundnut soup, ogbono soup, okra soup with meat, fish, and all of that. That is how it is. We don't say I want to eat fish because fish is not food, like complete food for us. But here they said I want to eat fish, I want to eat meat, like that is food. So it was very shocking to me to hear that. So that's one of my shocks as well. Still in the food department, I was shocked in the comment section on TikTok when Ugandans were trolling Kenyans that you guys don't have food, you guys don't have. I don't get it. I said I was like I'm going to go to, in my first impression video I said I will go to Kenya after Uganda, and people were like, oh, you will go there, carry your food along because there is no food. And I was like, how? These people are living in their country, they are existing, they are doing stuff. You said there is no food. So if you know why they are saying there is no food in Kenya, let me know in the comment section because I don't get it. I don't know why they were saying that. And also, the same comment section, they were like, if you are going to Kenya, we are going to off the power supply so that you go there in darkness. You will not come and compare our countries. No matter what Ugandans will do, I will compare. I'm like, on this journey, I'm not going to try to be comparing countries, but these two countries, Uganda and Kenya, I will compare you. Ghana and Nigeria, I will compare you. Just these 4 countries I will be comparing. So if you talk about you off the power supply, I don't know if Uganda are the ones supplying Kenya with electricity or power supply, I don't know. But if that is the case, let me know in the comment section because that's what a lot of people were talking about on TikTok. So yeah, let me know. I was talking about the food, I talked about their stuff. I think Uganda, their stuff, their culture in terms of the food and dressing kind of have that of Arabic and like Indian feel. I attended this Ugandan wedding and they wore this jalabia, like they call their own kanzu. Kanzu is this jalabia like this, and they wear jacket or blazer on it. That is their kanzu, is like their traditional. When you want to marry, that's what you wear. And if you look at it, it's like Arabs wearing their normal jalabia, and during winter they wear jacket or something on it. Except that Uganda has a little bit of twist, a little bit of steez they put around the neck and then down it. As you can see me rocking this one, yes, that's how I look. I also wore it, except that I didn't want to put the jacket on it. I felt this was the steez for me. I love it this way. Yeah, but if you want to rock it proper, you need to put a blazer or jacket on it to look. And another thing is their traditional wear also look like Indian. You know, Indian, when they wear their stuff, they still put some petticoat or something on it. Ugandan does the same thing. I wore traditional and they had to sew something for me to put on it to look like a proper Ugandan, and I feel like it also look like kind of Indian style a bit. So I think Uganda has Arabic and this, let me say, Asian kind of, their culture style is fused with that of Uganda. Yeah, that's personally, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've seen. So I don't know. Yeah. Yes, and this one is not even a culture shock to me because I heard it before I came by. But I was still making those mistakes. Like when I want to enter the vehicle, I passed the right hand side, but the driver is supposed to be at the right hand side. So that was a culture shock as well, even though it didn't shock me much because I heard it. But seeing it or experiencing it was another thing. Talking about vehicle and all of that, one thing is in Uganda, I don't see, how do we call it? Luxury cars, like expensive cars and all of this. They have basic cars over here, which was shocking to me. You barely see luxurious cars, and I know they have, but like the number, the amount of them in the system is not that much. I'm sure maybe I've not been to the areas where they have these cars, but you know, in Ghana, even in the slums, like you can have somebody from Nima, Google Nima and see. It's like one of the slums in Ghana, but if you see these slum boys pack like luxurious cars, Mercedes Benz, BMWs, and all these expensive car, Range Rovers. Some, they don't even have compound to park the car, but they own these cars. Or you people don't have fraud boys and all this Yahoo in Uganda. Well, I'm not saying it's just Yahoo people that have these kind of cars in Ghana or in West Africa, but yes, if you see young boys, 20 years, 18 years, 22 years driving these cars, most of them, they do stuff like that. So yeah, but I've not seen luxurious cars that much in Uganda here. I think I've seen Range Rover like twice or something. Land Cruiser, yes, But like to see, I've seen some on TikTok. I will not lie about it. I've seen some posh cars on TikTok, but I'm saying they are not so much in the system, like just basic cars. Talking about cars also, here, their transport, they have this one. What we call mini buses in Ghana, or we call it trotro. They call it taxis over here. These same taxis, when you go to Kenya, they call them matatu. When you go to Nigeria, they call them danfo. But here, they call that they call it what? Taxis. That's their taxis. So these mini vans or mini buses in my country are taxi here in Uganda. So yes, that's another shocking thing, because I know any country in the world, taxis are small vehicles like saloon cars and all of that. But in Uganda, these mini vans or mini buses are known as taxis. So yeah, that is one of them. And still on transportation system, boda. If you don't know boda, just Google it. Boda is a motorbike there. In Nigeria, they call it Okada. In Togo, they call it Zenija. Their own is boda. Amen. You can't drive in Uganda in the midst of these boda people. If you can drive in Uganda, you can drive in any part of the world. When you travel to any country, you don't need to be given driving license, because you can drive in this boda and all this chaos. Nah, any country you go to, they should just allow you to start driving. You have passed already as a driver in Uganda. See, it is tug of war. It is hectic to do. It's okay. Boda. No. Yes, another culture shock is how they pay their rent. A friend from Kenya told me East Africa, they pay rent on monthly basis. So I had a fair idea, but going there and seeing it and experiencing it was another thing. See, they pay rent every month. In my country, if you don't have 2 years in advance, landlord is not going to rent his place for you. You must hold 2 years money cash. That's 24 months. So you see, it's difficult in West Africa, but you guys are having it soft over here. So that's one good thing about Uganda, paying your rent every month. So you get to, it's cool. It was Uganda that I felt I became a millionaire for a while, because you change small money and it's in million. You know, the money was huge. Like, yeah, I'm a millionaire now. Even though, I mean, it's equivalent, it's nothing that huge, but you feel good knowing that you're holding million, knowing that you're a millionaire. So yes, I am a millionaire in Uganda. I feel like a millionaire in Uganda now, because yeah, you change a little and you are in millions. So yeah, that's cool. Another shocking thing is Uganda need to add green to their national colors. You have red, black, yellow as your national colors or your national flag, and you don't have green, yet your country is so green. If you go to West Africa, there are countries that don't even have greenery as much as Uganda, but they have a lot of greens in their flag. I think Uganda needs to look, M7, you need to add green to Uganda national colors, because your country looks very green. I mean, it's so nice. And another thing, in the comment section on TikTok, people asking me, how about the Nash? How about the Bunda? How about... I was like, okay, it's my first impression video. It's just 24 hours. Why are you guys telling me? Why are you asking me all this? So yes, I have to say it over here. The Bunda, the Nash. I mean, in Qatar, where I came from, there are a lot of Ugandans and Kenyans. And you know, the West African guys are always, they have this big... Man, if you're watching me from anywhere, all that you are seeing over there, they have their mothers over here. Those ones are babies. When you pass like this, you think this one is big. You turn like this one is bigger. Turn like this one is the biggest. Please, Ugandans, you guys, they hold. Let me talk about this last one before I go. I think Uganda is like how America, Canada, UK and all are, because there are so many foreign nationals in this country. I mean, You pass here, this person, or not just this person. There are groups of people. You go to certain area, there are Eritreans over there. You go to another area, there are Somalis over there. You go to another area, there are Ethiopians over there. You go to some area, there are Sudanese over there, South Sudanese, Kenyans, Congolese. Like all these countries have like areas they are grouped, and I feel like it's like Uganda. I don't know. People, if you go to the comment section, the way people talk about the country as it is, you would think it's either two things. It's either Uganda is better off than these countries that I mentioned, or these countries are worse compared to Uganda, because I don't get it. They say Uganda is very bad or Uganda is not good, but if you look at these people in their number, I'm not saying there are no foreign nationals in my country. They are. The most you will see are Nigerians. Nigerians are the most in Ghana. And other ones, maybe once in a month, once in 3 or 4 months, you can see another national saying, okay, I'm from Kenya, or I'm from Uganda, or I'm from any part of the world. But to see this group, this number of people in Uganda, I don't know why it is like this, but guys, if you're watching this and you know why there are this number of people in Uganda, let me know. Because you go to the beach, Ethiopians are grouped, Congolese are grouped, all these people are grouped, like, and you go to the township, they have places that these people are living and all of that. So I feel like Uganda has a lot of a lot of foreigners in the country. Yeah, that's one good thing about it. But you guys, if you know why it is like this, let me know in the comment section. These are my culture shocks of Uganda. And guys, I don't know what I missed, but if you think I missed something, or if you think I said something wrong, just forgive me. Correct me in the comment section, let me know. But I mean, I love Uganda so much. This should be one of my last video, or my last video in Uganda before I leave. But thank you so much for hosting me. I really appreciate it. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.